Who is it that has the nerve to disturb me at this hour? I'm a very busy woman who doesn't have the time nor patience to deal with some lost village idiot or traveling priest here to heckle me. You'd think after I turned the last annoyance into a frog, the townspeople would know better.
Ah, well, if it isn't my darling little apprentice. I have to admit, I'm surprised to see you. Not only at this hour, but just at all. You were gone a whole week longer than any of my previous apprentices when I gave them this task. Well, those that actually did survive it. Well, basilisks aren't known for being forgiving, but I can't help the fact that access to one is needed. Anyway, come in, quickly now. You're completely soaked. Come now, take off your coat and put this on. No, a spell isn't needed for everything. You weren't out in a snowstorm. A dry towel and sitting by the fire will do you just perfectly fine. Now, I expect that your return here means that your mission was a success? That you were able to acquire it? Ah, yes. Perfect. Feather of a basilisk. No doubt that basilisks are extremely dangerous creatures. Similar to gorgons, they share the deadly ability to petrify anything to make the mistake of meeting their gaze. Granted, you wouldn't be turned to stone, but you get the idea. Thankfully, the beast has a peculiar fear of weasels, so the one I gave you seems to have done its job, seeing as you were able to collect a feather from its den. Yes, my dear. That is the last ingredient that is needed for your final test. You've served me well as an apprentice, helper, and student in your time with me. It was only a couple of months ago when you approached my cottage. How different the world was then. At that time, the trees were green, the air was warm, and the sun shined for an irritating amount of hours of the day. Now, the branches of the trees lay mostly bare, except for the few remaining red and orange leaves that have yet to fall into the forest floor. The air, now chilly and howling with wind, and the moonlight more present than the sun. You followed my orders without qualm or question and done exactly as I've said. And for your service, I will reward you. When you first arrived here on my doorstep, you were very transparent in your mission. For as long as you could remember, you've desperately wanted to learn the craft of magic, specifically at the so-called prestigious Mages College. However, you had the misfortune of continuously failing their entrance exam. Nothing but failure after failure. Admittingly, even an infant with any degree of magical prowess would be taken in by those pompous fools. Well, anyway, then you finally heard of one with actual skill and passion for the craft. Yours truly. I made you the deal that I'd accept you as my apprentice and expose you to spellcasting. If you served me without question and did all the task I gave you, no matter how meticulous it would seem. Even if some may view my specific interest in fields of magic questionable or concerning, it doesn't change the fact that I am one of the few true masters there is. Therefore, exposing the craft to those who possess interest in a mission that I find most enjoyable, and you have certainly proven to be an excellent apprentice. Truly one of the best I've had in a while. Now, I will fulfill my end of the bargain. Come now, follow me to the cauldron. It's still ready for use from earlier, when I was brewing a potion of levitation. Ah, I don't care how tired you are from your return. This late hour of the night is the perfect time for you to learn a spell. Now be a good apprentice, and follow me. Perfect. Here is where the ingredients that you've collected in your tests will prove invaluable. I'm going to teach you how to create a magic potion. Don't worry about what properties the potion has. Part of alchemy is to embrace curiosity and welcome any new experiences. Now, open your satchel and place the ingredients inside. 3 leaves of slimy pondweed, 7 cloves of ticklewood, a redcap mushroom, an egg sac of a spider, a vial of troll mucus, the clipped ear of a cat, and finally, 1 feather of a basilisk. Perfect. Be sure to stir the mixture well. Everything needs to be combined perfectly. Now, repeat after me. Tiir ipiri pasi, catus sublicis. 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 Very good, apprentice. You've successfully bound a spell to a potion. I'm very pleased. Now, the final step that a spellcaster must take when making a potion. Drink it. I'm quite serious, dear. Would you expect a chef to not taste the meals they prepare? You have nothing to worry about. Believe me, I've had to drink innumerable potions to learn the effects of my alchemy. Besides, this is a potion, not a poison. There is a difference, mind you. Potions, by their definition, cannot give harmful effects, unlike poisons. Think of it as the difference between eating a venomous animal and a poisonous one. Granted, now that I think of it, that probably doesn't inspire confidence. Well, while I cannot force you to do so, I can say that rejecting the command to sample your potion, therefore leaving it by definition unfinished, is breaking our agreement of you trusting me and following my instructions. That's a response I love to hear. Now drink up, my dear. Ah, yes, I know. Cough as much as you need. This particular concoction does have a strong taste. Now, how are you feeling? Ah, yes, that is to be expected. The nausea will quickly pass, and so will the sweating and the dizziness. Oh yes, apprentice. I did say that the potion wouldn't cause you any harm. But no harm doesn't mean no adverse effects. Well, I can certainly say that this form is a lot more easy on the eyes. What's the matter? Confused? Well, allow me to explain. The specific potion that I had you craft was a shape-shifting one. Specifically, to that of a black cat. Thanks to the ear of the one that you collected. There was no trick. I fulfilled my end of the bargain. I taught you a magic spell, and how to make a potion, and I'd say that you had excellent exposure to the art of spellcasting. Oh, no. You agreed to follow my instructions and be in my service without question. I mean, seriously. You did ask a literal witch for help. Did you truly not expect some sort of catch? Oh, come now, don't look so sad. Besides, there are much worse things that I could have turned you into, had my intent come from a place of malice. Think of this as a promotion. Not only do you get to stay here and get to watch someone of my skill craft magic, unlike those jesters at the college, but now in this form, you'll be able to assist me even more efficiently. You're now faster, more agile, have better senses, all a benefit to you as my helper. Think of all the ingredients you'll be able to collect for me. You're moved up from apprentice to familiar. Well, if you don't like this new form, you don't have to stay here with me. Feel free to venture out into the forest. The dark, eerie forest full of monsters and creatures that won't be nearly as hospitable to you. Or you can continue to live here, safely with me in my protection. Here, where you can be right by my side as I craft only the highest degree of spells and magic. Not to mention, I can grow some superb catnip for you to enjoy. That's what I thought. Now come with me. I was enjoying myself and relaxing in my chair before you arrived. I plan to continue that, but even with the lit fireplace in the den, the cottage still has a chill in the air. Come on, hop up if you please. Yes, that's right, on my lap. Not only are you now the perfect helper and hunter, but also a perfect leg warmer. That's a good helper. You fit perfectly in my lap. And I can tell you enjoy it when I pet you and scratch you behind your ears. The purring is quite adorable. I think you'll come to enjoy your new life. We're going to get along just perfectly.